Have you ever felt like you're always thinking, like your mind is constantly racing and you can never seem to relax? If so, you're not alone. Many people suffer from excessive thinking and it can be a major source of stress and anxiety. In this video, we'll be talking about the philosophy of Alan Watts, who believed that excessive thinking is one of the biggest problems facing modern society. We'll explore what Alan Watts meant by thinking too much and how we can learn to let go of our thoughts and live more in the present moment. What is thinking too much? A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So he or she loses touch with reality and lives in the world of illusion. Alan Watts defined thinking too much as the chatters in the skull. It's the constant stream of thoughts that goes through our head, often without us even being aware of it. This chatter can be about anything, from our plans for the future to our worries about the past. Watts believed that excessive thinking is a problem because it keeps us from experiencing the present moment. When we are constantly thinking about the past or the future, we are not really here. We are lost in our thoughts, and we are unable to appreciate the beauty of the present moment. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything, it is useful in moderation, a good servant but bad master. And all so-called civilized people have increasingly become lazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking, they have lost their touch with reality. We are so tied up in our own minds that we have lost our senses. I quote, "Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone." It's time to wake up the mind. Is our mind gripped in a vicious circle? Well, one of the most obvious instances that we all know is the phenomena of worry. The doctor tells you that you have an operation and that has been set up so that automatically everybody worries about it. But since worrying takes away your appetite and your sleep, it's not good for you. But you can't stop worrying and therefore you get additionally worried that you are worrying. And furthermore, because that is quite absurd and you're mad at yourself because you do it, you're worried because you worry because you worry. This is a vicious circle. So now you can allow your mind to be quiet. Isn't it difficult? Because the mind seems to be like a monkey, jumping up and down all the time. Once you have learned to think, you cannot stop. And an enormous number of people devote their life to keeping their minds busy and feeling extremely uncomfortable with silence. When you're alone, nobody's saying anything and there is nothing to do. There's this worry and lack of distraction. I'm left alone with myself. You essentially want to run away from yourself. Well, why do you want to run away from yourself and forget this? Because you're addicted to thoughts. This is a drug, a dangerous one at that. So, in order to have something to think about, there are times when you must stop thinking. You have to know how to leave your mind alone, and it will quiet itself. The philosophy of Alan Watts teaches us to live in the present moment, to be fully engaged in the world around us. It reminds us that our thoughts are not our identity, but rather fleeting expressions of our consciousness. By releasing the need to overanalyze and overthink, we can tap into a deeper sense of connection with ourselves, others, and the universe. What do you think about Alan Watts' philosophy on thinking too much? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know your perspective on this topic. If you like the video and want to help me, check the description and buy me a coffee. Your donations are always appreciated. Overthinking can also stem from trying too much, trying to achieve something. But you should know about a law that will help you succeed in life. The law of reversed efforts. Click here.